Welcome to our series called Two Different Worlds. That's because I come from one type of background, and Carl Stedman, our producer and my co-host, comes from another background, England actually. This program is unscripted, unrehearsed, just two average guys talking and hopefully can reach you. And that is the important thing. So Carl, why don't you come in here and we'll do some talking.
Hello, everyone.
I thought today, Carl, we'd try to bring it down to earth, bring it down to cases, bring it down to practicality, because I know when I was shifting my consciousness, at first I thought, what are they talking about? And who are these weirdos?
Yeah, absolutely.
So happy, so optimistic, so full of love. But so what we're trying to do today is to reach the average person who maybe is not used to this way, New Age philosophy and Eastern philosophy and airy-fairy stuff, how to bring it back to practicalities and down to earth. So do you want to take it at first?
Yeah. And they call it the New Age, and it's just a word, isn't it? It's just a word. It's just a shift. It's just a different way of being. And I personally, in my life, I had a huge change, and my family thought I'd gone crazy because it was just a totally different way of being. And how can I explain it? For me, it was more of an awareness, being more aware of my thoughts, really. And I started to realise that being aware is the observer. So, I mean, there's a person called Eckhart Tolle, which we're big fans of, and I know an awful lot of people are as well. And he talks about the observer. That's how he come to his awakening, which was he started to think, well, is there two of me? All of a sudden, like if you do something wrong in your life, you think, oh, I shouldn't have done that, So that's that observer of. So what is that observer? So the more I looked into that and the more I used that, I realised that I was the observer. And you spoke about children, Alan, when we grow up, we're so free, everything is magical in our life, and we have dreams. And
As children.
Yeah. And most of us lose that. I actually didn't. I was very lucky in my life. I always went for what I wanted in my life, and I've always loved what I've done. But as children, they dream, and nothing is out of their. Well, Einstein said imagination is more important than knowledge, and I think that's what he was touching on, with which the observer is the creator, right? And we lose that as we get older, don't we, Alan? A lot of people do anyway.
Get cynical, get pessimistic, and get moody, as if the externals can determine how you feel inside. So that's a little bit of a change of, instead of the talking in your head, whoever that person is that's constantly talking and saying, you're not good enough, you blew it, things aren't good, this isn't great today, to change all that and to come into alignment with who you really are, which is life coming through you. This is the worst case scenario. Someone wants to take their own life. Well, you want to take your life. Well, that's duality. Who are you? Who are you? If not life. You are the life force coming through the body, coming through the person. And that is perfect. That is neutral. We have it in our heads that we are what we think, or we are what other people have said, who have killed this imagination that we had in childhood, and this hope, and the future looking so bright. You know, it gets killed by parents, by teachers, unintentionally maybe, or by bosses. But to bring that back and to say, I am life, I can do anything, life is wonderful, life is, abundant.
As Jesus said, and Jesus pointed to this, didn't he? And he also said that. And again, I'm not religious. I do. I think they all point to the one divine essence, and Jesus was one amazing teacher of this. And Jesus said, when he done a miracle, he didn't say you might be able to do this. He said you can do this and even more, because Jesus pointed to the way of what we all are, because we're all children of God, and we all have that power to create miracles in our life. And the new technologies now, and new ways of doing things, like there's a thing called Reiki. It's an energy process, and our body is energies. And we talk about this again in science, quantum physics, and other great modalities teach us that we can do anything in our life. And as children, we know that. But as we grow up, we get downloaded with, especially, I tell everyone, switch the news media off, because it's fear, and fear closes you down. But when you're little children, you download everything. And so as you get older, then at the age of 10 or 11 or 12, the ego creeps in. As we know that, you look at your children as they get to that age, and all of a sudden they can become, they can as little kids as well, I know that. But if we're to enter the kingdom of heaven, be as little children. And again, Jesus pointed to that, which be simple, be open to life, flow with life. Right
on. A lot of people, what mood are you in? How can you let the externals affect your mood? And we say good mood, bad mood. He's in a bad mood. Like the externals are controlling your mood. Why can't you always be in a good mood? Be happy. Don't you have control over that? Rather than other things and other people controlling you, to have you control yourself.
Thoughts are things. Where attention goes, energy flows. So our thoughts really are things, and they can be measured on a graph. And so who decides our thoughts? And I say this to the children that I teach, and they say, we do. And that is true mostly, but what can happen too, if you are watching negativity all the time, that can stay in your subconscious mind. And that's why I say to the kids and to the parents as well, don't let your children watch the negative, horrible movies, because you think it doesn't affect you or the kids, but it actually does affect you in a big way, So switch that news media off, and stay positive and be aware of your thoughts. I mean, the show today, Alan, you wanted to speak about to simplify that, simplify consciousness. But I think that is one of the big starting points in your life, to think about what you're thinking about, and make it a habit. Like we have habits, we get up, we clean our teeth one way, we get out of bed one way. Everything does become a habit. So try and make a habit for 31 days of every, hour or 2 hours. Think about what you're thinking about, and you might be surprised, and you'll catch yourself thinking about the same old, which creates that mood in your body, Alan.
Absolutely. And, you can go the reverse. Try the opposite. Try being miserable. Try thinking about nothing but fear and death.
Oh, my God.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the alternative. Or you can think about life, being happy, being fearless, being hopeful, and seeing miracles all around you. That's the choice. And you have that choice. You're not, it's not preordained that you be miserable. You have a choice of what you're going to think and what you're going to be.
And in closing on that, with what's happening now with the virus that's going around, that the news media is really, really, really pushing this worldwide. So I strongly suggest to switch your TV off. Just try it for 1 month, and you will find that you are so much more light in your life and happier when you don't have that fear running through your body. And the science that backs this is incredible. If you want to look at different source medias, and I'll give you one right now. One is The Collective Evolution. Another one is, we watched the movie the other night, Alan. It's called Thrive, and it's an incredible movie about what humanity is capable of. It's actually, there's Thrive 1, and we watched Thrive 2 the other night, and it's a fabulous movie for anyone who wants to look into these things and what an amazing future humanity can create.
I'm going to shut off the mainstream media right now. That's it.
Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching. God bless.